Hello YouTube, I'm David with the David West channel. Well, it's been raining for 3 days and it's supposed to rain for another 3 days. It's hard to make fire when everything is soaking wet like this, but of course we know that you have to find a chunk of log, a chunk of wood, split to the center of it, and try to extract the dry pieces within the center of that wood. But still, even with a ferro rod, it may be difficult to ignite that. I wanted to show you just a couple techniques that you can use in these type situations where everything is so wet. You're always going to have a t-shirt on you, probably, so you can use a piece of t-shirt material. So let me show you two different ways you can use this. We're going to wrap the ferro rod with the fabric. Start striking that ferro rod, which will start collecting up some of those shavings, and eventually you'll get a spark and all of those shavings will take off. And it is you spend just a limited amount of time with your t-shirt against something wet like this wet sawhorse. We'll put this up here since everything is so wet. I've never done it on a 3-inch ferro rod before, so let's just see how it works. And it takes a while for the flame to show on fabric. I'll put a link to Nathaniel's channel. I think he's changed his channel name. I learned this technique from him, and I'll put a link to his channel down in the description. So if you're fortunate enough to have some dry tinder at a time like this, then you can just put your dry tinder on there. So, and of course you could just put your t-shirt fabric, of course you can just put it down on a rock or a stump or anything that happens to be dry, and ferro rod ignite it the regular way. Now I've just exposed it to a lot of moisture, so let's see how quickly we can get this to ignite. There you go. So don't forget about dollar bills in your wallet. I get a lot of flack for mentioning that and showing how you could ferro rod ignite a dollar bill, because technically it is illegal. But let's think about what you would do in a survival situation. I'd burn every bit of paper money I had if I needed it in a survival situation. I wanted that to take off a little bit more because I want to put this in here and show you the next thing that you can do, which I get a lot of flack for this also, because burning these plastic bags puts off a poisonous vapor. You do not want to breathe it. Once again, we're talking about survival situations. So let me show you how, and this is very difficult to ferro rod ignite also. But let me show you, let me demonstrate it. Once you get a plastic bag ignited, this will burn a long time, which is perfect fire starter for wet tinder and kindling, and this is just soaking wet right here. can see the smoke going that way. You want to stay out of the smoke. Then, like I say, if you're fortunate enough to have some pine cones or some dry tinder, that's when you can go ahead and use them. Use them on these flames here. And once again, I got that bag a little bit wet, so it's taking a little while to take off. We'll go ahead and say our goodbyes while I've got my back to you. Practice with these techniques before you need to use them. They may come in handy for you. I appreciate you joining me on this one. We'll catch you on the next one.